Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and in this video we're going to be doing the Tango 51 review. I decided to put the Tango 51 review as part of the M24 family because the Tango 51 is, at least in common terms anyway, a confirmed variant of the M24. Technically speaking, it's a cousin of the M24 sniper rifle, but in this case, I'll just consider it a kind of like a distant let's say, variant of the M24 rifle. I mean, it basically handles pretty much the exact same in every way possible, like, you know, the physical handling characteristics, whatever, but it is very different and is a lot better. So without further ado, let's get started on the review. The Tango 51 is indeed a real-life sniper rifle. It is based off the Tango 51 that is manufactured, or a sniper rifle that's manufactured by a company called Tactical Operations Incorporated. Apparently, it was based off the original M24 design. That's hence why it kind of looks as, well, I don't really know if it looks the same, but it definitely is modeled after some of the core mechanics that, you know, defined M24 sniper weapon system that I had mentioned in the original M24 review. And just like the M24, in real life it does fire the DMR round, or the 7.62 by 51mm NATO, or if you guys want to go in deeper about bullet cartridges, the 308 Winchester round, and it fires from a 5-shot bullet magazine, which is accurate in combat arms too, because it has a 5-round magazine in combat arms. So there you guys go for your in real life injection of information. In game, the Tango 51's cost is priced at 6,860 GP for 7 days, so definitely not cheap at all. And it comes at a rank requirement of Captain 3, which is very high for most people, but for if you're already a commissioned officer, then it's not really that high of a rank. I mean, a lot of people these days are, you know, majors, captains, first lieutenants. Most people's main accounts are very high rank anyway, so this gun shouldn't be that hard to access. But for some of the guys who might have not been playing this game for very long, or for those people who are playing under alt accounts, this is pretty hard to get your hands on. Actually, in fact, this is the only way you can get your hands on it, is by buying it directly through the GP shop, and I don't think there's any other way to get it, to be honest. Now it's time to take a look at the Tango 51 stats. The Tango 51, surprisingly enough, deals a 98 damage, or according to the Combat Arms Wiki, has a 98 damage rating. Now this is kind of surprising because normally sniper rifles that don't have exactly 100 damage aren't necessarily one-shot kills. However, it seems like towards the later half of the Combat Arms career, as of late, because Combat Arms has been going on for at least 5.5 years now at the time of this video. It seems like recently Nexon has been putting in sniper rifles such as the DSR-1 and the Tango 51 that don't necessarily have, like, you know, perfect damage ratings, but still are able to have consistent one-shot kills. This is the reason why this is so, in my belief, is that Nexon puts in damage multipliers for the sniper rifle, so that whenever you hit someone in the chest or lower body or something like that, even though they deal only technically 98 damage or 99 damage for the DSR-1, they'll still be able to one-shot because the damage multiplier, whatever it is, boosts its damage over 100, so you can get that one-shot kill. Tango 51 having a 98 damage does seem to have a very consistent one-shot kill. So for all intents and purposes, you can just write off the Tango 51 as a one-shot kill bolt-action sniper rifle. The portability on the Tango 51 is very good at 44. This is almost as fast as the M24. It's only 1 point lower than the M24, which has a 45 portability. So indeed, it's actually really fast for a sniper rifle. The rate of fire, however, is nowhere near as fast as M24's at 10 rate of fire. This is basically the same rate of fire as the L96A1. So if you're used to L96A1's rate of fire, then you'll feel completely at home using the Tango 51. The accuracy on the Tango 51 is very high for a GP sniper rifle at 98. Compare this to the L96A1, where that sniper rifle has 100 damage accuracy, or 100 damage rating, but only a 90 accuracy rating. The Tango 51 is very good. Not only will it deal 100 damage, but it's also extremely accurate for what it is. So accuracy is very good on the Tango 51. It's not perfect, but it's really fucking good. The recoil on the Tango 51 is technically at a 63, but again, keep in mind that the Tango 51 is a bolt-action sniper rifle, and because of that, recoil doesn't really matter too much. By the time you chamber your next bolt, or by the time your character chambers in the next bolt, or goes through the bolting animation, whatever, for you to fire the next shot, the recoil would have already settled like it'll have settled, gone back to normal by that point. So again, it's a bolt action. Don't worry about the recoil, and it doesn't really fire very fast anyway. So again, recoil is not a factor. As for the non-statistical aspects of the Tango 51, starting with the draw speed of the Tango 51 is basically the same as the M24. In fact, the draw animation of the Tango 51 is exactly the same as the M24, all the M24 variants, like the M24, M24-3, yada yada yada. So the draw speed, if you're comfortable using the M24, or if you know how you know how to quick switch, or if you're comfortable quick switching with M24, then you'll have no trouble using the Tango 51 as well. The ammunition count for the Tango 51 is rather unique. It has a standard 5-round box magazine, or a 5-round magazine that most people are familiar with. Using the M96A1, DSR1, all the TPG1, whatever. But it comes with the stock ammunition or reserve ammunition count of 25. So your bullet count actually goes up to 30 total instead of the standard 20, which is seen in sniper rifles such as the TPG1, M96A1, DSR1, all that good, and then M200, all that good stuff. So the Tango 51 does have the innate advantage of coming with more ammunition. So if you are a good sniper and you are concerned about running out of ammunition halfway through your kill streak, then using the Tango 51 could be a very good option for you, because it comes with 30 bullets. That's 10 more bullets total than if you were to use the L96A1 to go around sniping. So the Tango 51 has a lot of ammunition. So if you're the kind of person who kind of worries about, oh, I'm going to run out of bullets halfway through, then use the Tango 51, and hopefully it'll cover your ammunition concerns. As for modification restrictions, the Tango 51, it's a sniper rifle, so obviously you can't really put another scope on it. Doesn't really make sense. But you can add magazine modifications or suppressors to it, I believe. Let me go ahead and check on the Commander's Wiki. Yes, you can indeed put a suppressor on the Tango 51. However, it's probably not a good idea to put a suppressor on the Tango 51 because of the fact that it only deals 98 damage by technicality, and I'm afraid that if you put a silencer on it, maybe it'll stop doing a one-shot kill. So again, silencers, don't really know if that's a good idea. You could try. I've never really tried it with the suppressor, nor will I ever want to, because I don't think suppressors are really, they don't really have a use anymore, ever since they got nerfed way back when. So yeah, I mean, just if you want to have a 9-round magazine, then go for it. I mean, I'm a fan of 9-round magazines too for sniper rifles that only have 5-round magazines to begin with. But suppressors, again, go ahead, knock yourself out if you want to use one. I just personally don't want to use one. And finally, the reload speed. The Tango 51 has a, I'd say it's comparable to the L96A1 standard 5-round magazine reload time. If you don't have any magazine modification on it, that is. I'd say the Tango 51's reload speed is slightly faster, but again, they're so similar. It's not really worth comparing. Just know that it reloads just about as quick as your L96A1 and other most other sniper rifles. So I mean, thinking about it, most sniper rifles have very comparable reload times anyway. So I mean, reload speed is just what you might expect. Just maybe about a second or 2 seconds maybe at most, and you're good to go. So there you go. So everyone, welcome to the testing, or the weapons testing for the Tango 51. As usual, we will go ahead and test the Hipfire Spread of the Tango 51 and the rate of fire or how fast it'll shoot. So here we go. So as you guys can tell, the Tango 51 has a different firing noise and a different bolting noise as compared to the M24. It also looks pretty different, but keep in mind they look similar in the end anyway. And yeah, let's go ahead and shift over to here and see how big the Hipfire Spread at this distance. I would venture to say that the Tango 51's Hipfire Spread is actually a little bit bigger than the M24's. That's just a little bit of my opinion, personal opinion. And you also notice that the rate of fire is much slower on the Tango 51 compared to the original M24, and that's because it only has a 10 rate of fire, just like the L96A1. So there you have it. And now time to see what the scope is like and these aim down sights time for a Tango 51, and for some reason I just got shot. Okay, that's cool. It's not like they're totally not distracting the weapon stats or anything, right? So anyways, let's just ignore that and go ahead and see scopes. I would say the M24s is a lot faster. The Tango 51's aim down sights time is noticeably slower than 24s. It's kind of like the E57 muskets. Maybe the Tango 51's a little bit slower, but it's comparable to the E57 muskets aim down sights time, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong because my perception might be a little bit skewed, but it's still noticeably faster than the LSA1's aim down sights time, at least. And let's just leave it there so we can see the idle sway. The idle sway for the the Tango 51 is obviously really small. It's just like the M24 in that sense, where it has a very small idle sway. So if you are one that's kind of worried about, does this gun have a lot of idle sway or whatever, you don't need to worry about that. Clearly, the Tango 51 does not have a lot of idle sway. So, this is going to be the damage testing of the Tango 51. Now, keep in mind that Tango 51 has a 98 damage rating, so there are rumors, or I've just had the question of whether or not, what happens when you hit a heavy vest at close range with the Tango 51. So, here we go. What is it? Bullet Tuber has a medium vest. Caitlin Rauer has a light vest, and Logic, I think your name is, has a heavy vest. So, from right to left, that's 1 kill, that's 2 kills, that's 3 kills. Okay, so the Tango 51 can indeed one-shot heavy vests to the front. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Logic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test how much damage Tango will do across junk fleet. Now, obviously, this isn't like the greatest range in the world or whatever, but we'll just see if it can one-shot heavy vesters across a range like this. It can. So clearly, the Tango 51 can still one-shot heavy vesters at this range. Obviously, like I said, but just now. It's not the greatest range in the world. It's not like we're shooting across Snow Valley or anything. But, if you're going to shoot across Snow Valley, you might as well bring like a 50 caliber or like a TRGOC or something like that. So, there you have it. That's the damage testing. And obviously, I'm not going to test, how much damage it does to the back, because it'll be a one-shot. We all know that. As for additional comments on the Tango 51, I would see that the Tango 51's main quirk is that it maintains at a really good center speed. Now, what I mean by center speed, if you guys don't know, I feel like I have to explain this every episode in case I have new viewers, is that center speed is what defines how fast your gun's recoil spread goes back to normal. Now, what I mean by that is in any video game you play, or in any first-person shooter you play, whatever gun that you use, as long as it has some form of recoil, it has a center speed. Now, what a center speed is like I said just before, it's basically a parameter that defines how fast your gun's recoil comes back to normal. So, for example, if you use an assault rifle in combat arms, you can see your recoil spread bloom out, or your hipfire spread bloom outwards as you keep firing the gun. And the center speed dictates how fast your crosshairs come back to normal after you're done firing. And this applies to sniper rifles and combat as well. But even though you don't see the crosshairs, it doesn't mean it doesn't have a center speed. The crosshairs are there; it's just that you can't see it. So, for sniper rifles, center speed is especially important because oftentimes, whenever you're when you're quickscoping, like junk flame, minority or something like that, which a lot of people like to do, mobility is very important, and you need to be able to move around very quickly and in a way that your opponent can't really snipe, because either you're moving too fast or you're moving in a way that it's very confusing for them to be able to hit you right away. So while you're doing that, however, center speed in your gun is very important because when you're moving around, your center speed changes, or your hipfire spread for your sniper rifle changes, even though you can't see the crosshairs. So the center speed basically dictates how fast your crosshairs come back to normal after you. For example, if you like bunny hop around like I do after taking each shot and quick switch and switch back to your sniper rifle and zoom in and then pop another shot, your center speed is very crucial because that's what dictates whether or not your shot goes straight where you aim it at, or if it'll go somewhere else, like maybe slightly to the left or slightly to the right or somewhere that you don't expect it to go. For the Tango 51, it seems like the center speed is very good on the Tango 51. It just feels like a really good sniper to use. Just like the L961, I compared the Tango 51, the performance of the Tango 51 to the performance of the L961. Those two sniper rifles are, in my opinion, two of the best feeling sniper rifles. Not because, of their stats necessarily. There are other guns that have better stats than these two guns do, but just as a sniper and just by the feel of using the guns, I feel like these two are some of the best sniper rifles in the game that you could use for I would say close range or mid range sniping. It just feels very good. And yes, that's what she said, but there's really no other way that I can put it. They are just very smooth feeling guns. So I would say that that's its main quirk. And just keep in mind though that the center speed is nowhere near as fast as the TPG-1. The TPG-1 is infamous for having an extremely fast center speed, probably the fastest center speed in the game. Well, that's kind of contested now with the 650, but even then, the Tango 51 is just an overall very good sniper rifle to use. The Quickscoping Viability is very high, as you guys probably might see from the stats and how I explained the gun to be. The Tango 51, not only is it a one-shot kill, but it's got really good center speed. It's got good portability. You can run around with it very quickly and not have to worry about, oh, I'm carrying around a 50 caliber, so I'm not running as fast. I'm like fucking trudging across the map all the goddamn time. It's just, it's got the two core elements of a good quickscoping sniper rifle and combat arms. It's got good portability, and it's a one-shot kill most of the time. And on top of that, it has the added bonuses of being really accurate, and the bullets go where you want them to go. Unlike the L961, where sometimes you can have issues with, I was like, oh, where'd that bullet go? So the Tango 51 is just overall a very good sniper rifle, and it's an excellent quickscoping sniper rifle, one of the best, in fact, as I would claim, and especially for GP only users who don't use NX at all. The Tango 51 is an excellent sniper rifle, very good. And if you're tired of using the L961, if you have a problem with using the L961 for whatever reason, and for whatever reason you don't want to use the TPG-1, go with the Tango 51. The Tango 51 is an excellent sniper rifle, and if you like quickscoping, or if you just like hanging back and doing old man or hard scoping, like camping back at your base, which there's nothing really wrong with, but again, I'm not a camper myself, then it'll fill those roles as well. It's got 98 accuracy, and it'll one-shot most people across a good distance, because it's a sniper rifle. Of course, it's meant to do that. So yeah, it can accommodate those kinds of playstyles as well. But the Tango 51 really shines as a quickscoping sniper rifle, or like at least a mid-range aggressive sniper. So, anyways, how I recommend it to play with the Tango 51. Go ahead and quickscope. I mean, really, the Tango 51 is designed to be a contender for the title of the best quickscoping sniper rifle. I mean, I just probably made that up on the spot, but seriously, it's a really good quickscoping sniper rifle. All the stats point towards it. Even though it might only have a 98 damage, it's still one-shot kill on most people. Like if people are wearing light vest, medium vest, even heavy vest, and assault vest or whatever, at close range or mid range, they should go down in one hit, as long as you aim at the chest or upper body or something like that. And of course, if you shoot on the back, if you shoot them on the back, it's gonna be a one-shot kill no matter what. So yeah, just play really aggressive. Don't be afraid to challenge gunfights and challenge people who are coming straight for you and shooting at you, because the Tango 51 like I said, has really good center speed. So even if you get hit by a bullet, if your scope is still on the person you fire, and if you fire a bullet, it'll most likely kill them. So yeah, the Tango 51, excellent quickscoping sniper rifle. You should probably play it like that as well. as for like your class setup, obviously your Tango 51 is going to be your primary weapon. But because you're going to be up in people's faces for a lot of the time, do remember to bring a submachine gun. So, like any submachine gun will do, like a UMP, MP5. It doesn't have to be a really fancy submachine gun or whatever, or something like a P90 RSC, and you don't really need to bring that. Well, you can, it's a submachine gun. But any close quarters automatic weapon is a good idea to bring with the Tango 51, because in case you're caught out in the open, either reloading, you've got to extend the mag 2. Obviously, you're not going to wait through the entire freaking magazine, or the entire animation to get your next magazine of 9 bullets in. It's just going to take too long. So it's a lot easier just bring out your submachine gun and just try spraying them down, and at least having a chance to keep yourself alive, as opposed to just dying outright because you're stuck in a reloading animation. Either that, or you can just bring a really good pistol, like a spam pistol, or like a like a USP. I'd imagine the USP is a really good sidearm to Tango 51, because USP has high damage and has really good range. And if you're going around using a sniper rifle, I'd expect you to be pretty accurate with the pistol as well. So that's how I recommend you guys play with the Tango 51. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the review on the Tango 51. It's an excellent sniper rifle, whether you want to use it for hard scoping or quick scoping, doesn't matter, it'll do everything. And yeah, I'd say this is one of the most well balanced. I don't know what you guys would think of when I say well balanced, but I honestly feel like it's one of the best sniper rifles in the game, because it can do everything, and it can do everything pretty well. So thanks for watching. This has been a review on the Tango 51. My name is Asian Psycho, aka Toe Sniper 98, and we'll see you guys later.